how direct messages are changing inside Instagram in 2025. Now, in this video, I want to talk to you about the DMs. Now, I'm going to reference some of the videos that I've done before and tell you that what I'm sharing in this video is updated. It's really important that as the landscape changes, I bring out new videos that give you a perspective on my own thoughts and how they're changing. You see, up till now, I've talked extensively about how important it is to build trust, build relationships, add value, add lead magnets and case study videos, and really build a deep relationship with your prospects inside the DMs before you even propose a call, so that you make sure that you've got somebody that's invested in your business, your model, but also invested in what they want to achieve. And it's something they really want to achieve now. This has worked very well for coaches for a long time, but the landscape's changed in 2025. I've noticed this, and we've made a big change in our strategies and the coaches that we work with. Nowadays, everybody's in the DMs. Everyone's on Instagram. Everyone's on WhatsApp. Everybody wants things fast. Now, what's important to understand is that when people follow you, very rarely are they following hundreds of fitness professionals. They will follow you, and if they engage in your content, they see you as their guiding influence. Now, you're not a business coach. In our world, business mentors are in your DMs all day, every day, spamming, trying to get sales and leads. And of course, I'm inside the DMs. I'm talking to coaches all the time. But historically, I would talk to coaches for long periods of time, and we started to notice that this wasn't really converting. Coaches are in the DMs for a period of time, then they're out. And when they come back, our messages have disappeared. They've dropped down the feed. You don't get to carry on the conversation. And we started to realize something has changed. So for quite a while now, we've changed how we do direct messages. And we also encourage our clients, which they've seen huge improvements, to look at the DMs differently nowadays. Right now, long conversations are killing momentum, and waffle inside the DMs, it's never been a good thing, but over talking inside the DMs loses the attention span of the client and just drags the conversation on, most of the time, too far. Coaches that are good coaches are often the worst people inside the DMs. Why? Because you want to chat. In fact, you want to try and solve the problems. You want to try and help, because you think that the more of the conversation you are helping and guiding and teaching, the quicker the person's going to turn into a sale. It doesn't happen like that. One thing you've got to understand about the psychology of the DMs is that anybody that receives a message from you and they reply, they know they're speaking to a fitness coach. They know. So you don't need to become their friend to be able to propose a call. Much like a guy and a girl going into a bar, talking to a guy or a girl in a bar, if there is chemistry, if there's a hit and they feel there's an alignment, one of you has to ask for that person's number. But if you don't, and you go to the toilet and think, well, I'll bump into them later, and then you come back around and there's a guy or a girl talking to you, a guy or a girl, and they take their number and you've lost out, snooze, you lose. So in 2025, the market's faster. People want a quick conversation, and if there's anything you can help them with, they want to take it. And that's what I want you to take away from this video. Sales, emotionally driven more than ever. People want a better life. People want to change their health. And therefore, you need to uncover where the emotional drivers are with people, even before you get on to a sales call. So it's very important that you need a system that's fast, emotionally grounded, gets to the point, and offers that person a call. If you don't, you're going to end up with long drawn out conversations. You're going to send people lead magnets. They're going to go away and watch it. They're going to start thinking, oh my God, they're trying to sell something. And then when you try and re-engage the conversation with something like a follow-up because you've sent a lead magnet, they don't come back. They ghost you. And then you're stuck. So I want you to understand, this worked in 2024 and the beginning of 2025, and it doesn't really work as well anymore. We were noticing that we were giving people things and really wanting to add value. I mean, my YouTube videos and all the emails we send out and all the longer form stuff that I put out, that adds a lot of the value. But when I end up with a reply to somebody inside our DMs, and we basically say, have you considered having some help? Bang. Yes, I have. And I'm interested in having some help. Great. And then we want to move somebody to a call. So the final thing I want to say before I even move through the framework is this. You also need to understand where your leads are coming from. Colder, nothing is ever cold. If you're talking to somebody in your Instagram account, the crap that I see on social media when people say you shouldn't be sending loads of cold messages. I agree entirely that you shouldn't be going to other people's platforms, stealing other people's followers. Actually direct messaging people that aren't choosing to follow you is cold spamming. However, if somebody has clicked follow and you're in my feed, my stories, my posts, wherever it may be, you are warm. Now, it depends whether you're warm, warmer, or hot, not cold. How your conversations actually move forward. If somebody's just followed you, there's a strong chance that if you actually message them, the likelihood of them replying in the early days until you have a reputation, for example, like mine, if people get a message from me that follow me, they're normally like, wow, Mark, great to hear from you, right? So it's really important that you understand that if somebody follows you or they join your page and you try and start a conversation, they may need to see a bit more of your content before you get a response. So if everybody that's following your page gets a message and they're not responding, the next stage is you start looking at who's viewing your stories. They're the most engaged. They're warm to hot. Hot is literally messaging you for intent, right? Either to download something or to actually ask you for coaching. But all the warmer leads are watching your content, liking your posts, commenting on posts, and inside your stories. They're warmer, and they're the ones you really want to start the best conversations with. So when you do, you start to realize, wow, if I get into a conversation, I've got to move them along quickly. I'm going to stop the video just for 2 seconds because I've got a free gift for you. Now, I created a 5-part mini-series called the Online Coach Income Accelerator. And in this video series, I teach you the incredible opportunities that lie ahead for online fitness coaches today. I then talk to you about how to attract, engage, and market to your dream customers. Now, when you have these dream prospects in sight, I then teach you how to land the high-paying clients. Now, to download this, to get immediate access, all you need to do is to click the link in the bio and you'll receive immediate access as soon as you submit your details. I'll see you there. So here's the framework that you need to think about. It goes through about 8 or 9 stages. Now, the first one is you've got to open with gratitude and what we call a pattern interrupt. That might be thanks for the follow. That might be thanks for engaging my content. I'm curious, are you here for the fitness advice or specifically for some content? You're just being very direct. You're interrupting them. You're interrupting their day, whether they're looking at your stories or a post, bang. And then you're straight into, are you working towards anything specific? If you're working towards anything specific right now with your fitness, they'll give you an answer. Yeah, I'm going on a holiday. And then you might say, what's your specific goal? And they'll tell you what they're trying to achieve. And then, what have you tried so far? They'll tell you. And you see, rather than you and them going backwards and forwards with these long, direct, big, long messages, it's getting to the point. It's getting boom, 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 boom. The reality is, hey, nice to meet you. Where are you from? Have you been coming here long? What are you specifically working towards? They tell you. Great. How have you been getting on with that? Have you faced any challenges along the way? And by now, you've got actually quite a bit of information. And once they've shared, what they've been doing so far, and then what they feel their biggest challenges are, you then ask them quite an emotionally driven question. Out of curiosity, what would it mean to you to be able to hit your goal in the next 3 to 6 months? What would it mean to you to be able to get there? They tell you their emotional reason. Once you've got that emotional reason, is this something that you've ever considered having some help? And they go, well, I hadn't thought about it, but given the fact that we're having a chat, having some help would be really helpful. Or, yes, I have. Great. Is it something you're trying to fix right now? Or when the kind of time is right? And they go, no, it's something I want to address right now. So we now know all these different things. And it's been quite a short level of conversation. And then at that point, don't forget, by the way, when you say, what's your goal? What are you trying to? And what are your challenges? Most people say, oh, it's time or it's work or something like that. By the way, if they ever mention work, you always say, what do you do? Okay. But in the context of the conversation like this, I don't just throw in, what do you do for work? But I always weave it in at some point during the conversation where they say, life's busy at the moment, whatever. And then you can throw in, oh, what do you do for work? Because at least then you'll find out where their kind of financial category lies. But is this something that you're trying to fix right now or something down the line? If they say right now, boom, you're in. Because then you do something very, very simple that a lot of coaches don't do. You go, well, I have a suggestion for you. Given everything we've been discussing here, rather than me going backwards and forwards with you, why don't we arrange a call? Let me take a look at what you're doing and help put together a strategy that would get you there faster. They then feel incredibly valued. They feel like you've given them a huge amount of help And then with that, you say, great, well, here's a link. I look forward to speaking to you soon. It's it's direct. You've not allowed the waffle. And remember, if you spread a conversation over three days, 2 days, or even one long day, that person's started to get a little bit bored. Who knows? They might have somebody as well that messages them, and that might be another coach. It's rare for a lot of coaches, but it could happen. Or they get talking to you and they get bored of the idea, and then they move on to something else. So you got to hit people when it's short, sharp, bang. If you can get 5 of those questions done very, very well and get enough information from somebody, you can propose a call. Now, the reality is, on the call, because it's coming from the DMs, you never know whether it's going to be a hot lead. What you can do in the first 10 to 15 minutes of a call is actually see whether it's worth your while. If it's not worth your while, just say, look, given everything we've been discussing, let me give you a couple of pointers. And it's been great getting to know you. I don't, obviously, from what we've discussed, see that there's anything I could help you beyond this, because you've identified that you're not working right now or whatever it may be. And if it is something you could potentially help them with, and you can see the financial status and position they're in, or work employment position they're in, and there is urgency and they're ready to move forward, you can continue on the sales call and close that person, take on a new client. Speed to the lead. Get inside the DMs, get the conversations done in 8 to 9, good conversation flow, speed, get the information you need, propose a call. You're going to notice your call proposals go up, the quality leads you're going to be speaking to will go up, and you'll get more clients and make more money. So this is what you need to be considering in 2025. I hope you found today helpful. DMs, how you need to approach them differently. I'm sure in the next 6 months or even less, there'll be some changes to my thought process. Does this mean that you're getting worse quality leads? Absolutely not. Does it mean you've got to ask the right questions to get the right information to be able to propose a call? Absolutely. Now, if you found this helpful, please make sure you click the link, subscribe, and for now, I will speak to you soon.